Comments from the Education Panel.
Hello, my name is Charles Crook, Professor of Education at the University of Nottingham. I'm the convener for the Education Panel of the RAE 2020. I also served the RAE 2014 as an Education Panel member.
And I'm John Leach, Dean of the Institute of Childhood and Education at Leeds Trinity University. I'm the Deputy Convener of the panel.
The Education Panel received submissions from 230 academic staff across 5 universities and in 2 units of assessment. Some 900 research outputs, 8 environment statements, and 16 impact studies were submitted to our panel.
We have a total of 20 panel members, including Charles and me. Invitations for panel membership were issued with the aim of achieving a broad international presence on the panel. 14 of us are non-local members and the remaining are local members, including 2 non-academic members representing local research end users who primarily focused on the assessment of impact.
Are the universities performing well in the RAE 2020?
Our panel was impressed with the high standard of work submitted for the RAE 2020. In many areas of educational studies, Hong Kong universities must be commended for having reached levels of excellence that are certainly world-class. For the best of education research in Hong Kong compares favorably with that currently found within international arenas. Comparisons with outcomes from the previous RAE indicate that published work is on an upward trajectory of progress. Almost all material submitted to us was drawn from either peer-reviewed journals or from the catalogues of international publishers.
As most research output submissions have been published in peer-reviewed journals, it wasn't surprising to find that the methodological rigour was generally high. Sophistication in quantitative methods was particularly apparent. Looking at the sector-wide quality profile, 50% of research outputs submitted were graded internationally excellent or world-leading. This is particularly a strong outcome considering that all faculty members were required to submit material. In short, the present grading of the research outputs implies a community of researchers engaging with a wide range of educational research topics and participating in a healthy pattern of co-authorship. And there's extensive evidence of such collaboration, not only in the publications of research groupings that extended across universities, but also in the significant number of submissions that involved international collaborations. That said, world-leading research does not necessarily need to involve global collaboration. For example, compared to other countries, there were studies where internationally salient ideas and theories were being applied to local contexts in Hong Kong.
Several institutional environment statements did indicate that the cultivation of such links had become a priority. Now, the rewards of this strategy were then apparent through submissions that reported a range of collaborative projects. This is an important line of development because it's one that mitigates risks of parochialism or approaches that fail to engage with global perspectives.
What are the strengths of the 8 UGC-funded universities?
Impact is a new area in the RAE 2020, and as such, it was encouraging us to note that 47% of the submitted impact case studies were graded as 4-star, with a further 35% graded 3-star and another 12% graded 2-star. But taken together, these exemplify impact of very considerable significance and reach from the research conducted in units of assessment 40 and 41 in UGC-funded universities. The reach of the reported impacts was often at whole system level in the Hong Kong SAR and sometimes beyond. The reported impact was often extremely significant, prompting positive changes to policy, practice, or public debate about the issues in question. Unsurprisingly, the impact submissions had its strongest foci in education and public policy, although some also had significant contributions in social welfare, health, business, and environment.
The best impact case studies evidence deep engagement between researchers and policymakers and practitioners throughout the research cycle, from the formulation of research questions through data collection and analysis, with ongoing dissemination to maximise significant impact with reach across user communities.
The best examples of environment statements drew explicitly on the assessment criteria that we presented to them when making their claims, and they furnished, thankfully, corroborating evidence in a clear manner without any hyperbole.
How can the universities strive for further excellence?
First of all, panel members hoped for more research that could demonstrate significant conceptual innovation.
In future RAs, there should be sufficient differentiation between impact developed through empirical or conceptual research findings versus impact through esteem of the individual who's making the impact. Besides, submissions that might describe more directly specific research findings against which the impact is being claimed, and thereby better evidence the pathway from research findings to the claimed impact. Nevertheless, the submitted case studies provided evidence for significant impact being achieved from educational research in Hong Kong.
We did feel that there existed sometimes a bifurcation between outputs where researchers readily grasp the nature of internationally leading work and those who appeared to have insufficient understanding of this. This was observed partly in the questions addressed, but also in the methodological rigor adopted, whether it be quantitative or qualitative. However, a value of exercises such as the RAE is to raise awareness of what significant research looks like, and it perhaps takes several rounds for this to feed usefully through to the design of research projects, the construction of supporting environments, and the achievement of impacts.
In summary, as evidenced in the panel gradings, in the RAE 2020, the Hong Kong universities have made visible, substantial progress in the standing of Hong Kong educational research.
We have to congratulate the Hong Kong universities for what seems to us a very solid performance in the RAE 2020. There is much to admire in this and much, I'm sure, to take forward. So we hope the UGC sector will achieve further research excellence in the future, and we are completely confident that they will. So good luck with that venture.